Hey guys, today's project is going to be about cutting fluid, and not so much the cutting fluid itself, but the container that you put your cutting fluid into. Now, a lot of people put their cutting fluid and pump up oiler like this and put it onto whatever they're cutting as they're cutting it. And then you got the people that like to use the acid brush technique where they dab it on there. One of the problems is, when the container's sitting on the lathe and you bump it and it falls over and then it spills all over the place. But as you can see, this one's upside down and it's not spilling. And so today we're going to make a down and dirty, no spill container. And we're going to attempt to make that container out of a water bottle, 99-cent water. First thing we're going to do is we're going to measure our acid brush. And acid brush is, the entire length is about 4 inches. The metal handle part is about 3 1/3 inches, somewhere in there. 3 inches, 300,000, right in there. So we kind of need to make this part of it a little smaller than that. I'm going to make this part of it 3 inches. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here. Let's get rid of this label first. And come on down here to about 3 inches and take the magic marker and we're going to mark it. And it just happens to fall right into that groove right there. I'm going to mark it all the way around, just like so. Then we're going to come up from the bottom. We're going to go, this is indented in right there. We're going to go a little bit more than 3 inches. Maybe we'll do the, maybe we're going up here to 3 inches, 400,000, somewhere in there. That'll put us about 100 from the bottom. And put a mark around here, and we can adjust this if it's not exactly right. Alright, now for the cutting. I'll take a razor blade and cut into here and cut right on around this line right there first. And then we're going to come in, we're going to grab this and we're going to cut on this other line. Cut right on around here. Right on around there. And then we're going to try to take these and fit them inside of each other, and they do fit. Cool. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure all the water's out. And I don't even know if I'll even use this thing or not, but because I've got one, I just want to show y'all how I go about making a down and dirty one. Now on mine, I'm going to glue it, okay? So I'm going to get some PVC primer, and we're just going to prime the top edge of this, just to clean it. Knock that water out of there probably. Then we're going to go on this one. We're going to go on the outside. We're going to clean it. Now on what I do. On mine, I like to incorporate a magnet. So I got just gonna cut this open here. I got this thing of ceramic magnets. They're fairly strong. Got them at Radio Shack. I'll see if you can Radio Shack ceramic magnet. They got a hole in them. We're going to drop one of those magnets down inside of here first. That's going to do two things. It's going to give it a little bit of weight. Okay? A little bit of bottom weight. And you could put two if you want to. Give it a little extra weight. Or for weight, you could put nuts. You know, you got some nuts or something laying around. Drop a nut down in there and give it a little extra weight. The other thing it does is it's not so much magnet that it's going to magnetize your ways or anything like that, I don't think. But it's enough that it'll kind of hold it there a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Alright, now we got the magnet, and we're going to take the glue. And we're going to put a little glue on the outside of this piece right here. Just like that. Then we're going to set that down in there, and we're going to push it right down in there. Just like that. Alright, that made a mess. Let me see, get a rag here. And we'll wipe off the excess off the outside of it. Kind of clean that off. Push it on down in there as far as we can. Okay. And now we just let this dry. Now let this glue set up. Let this dry. We'll put it in front of the heater. Hope it don't catch on fire. I just got to set down here in front of the propane heater, and we'll hope that the fumes from the glue don't catch on fire. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to call that good. You might want to let yours set up a little longer than what I let this set up for, but like I said, more likely I'm not even going to use this thing anyway. Now the acid brush will go right down in here. Okay. If you flip it upside down, the magnet holds the acid brush in there, so the acid brush can't fall out. Okay. Let's do a liquid test. I'm not going to dump oil in there because I don't want to waste my oil. And you got to grant it now, oil is going to be thicker than this water. It's going to be less likely to leak out. And I probably put too much in there. You're only going to put a little bit. You're only going to put a little bit of, yeah, I did put too much in there. Let's see. Anyhow, we'll hold it over the trash can just in case. But basically what happens is it's got a little bit too much in there. So you can see a little bit coming out. But once you get that to that sweet spot where the line of the fluid. See if I can get you over here closer where you can see it. You can, hopefully you can see this. The bottom of the neck that's inside of here of the bottle is like right here. Okay, and the water level or the fluid level is down here, and that's what you need. You need about a ½ an inch of gap in between those two for this size bottle. If the holes are narrower in there, you could get away with, you know, putting more fluid in there. But basically what that does is that when this thing tips over, you're going to lose very little water, if any. Okay? We're not losing any water. If this was oil, you wouldn't be losing any oil. So, it's heavy enough that, you know, it'll sit there. If you put a magnet or two in there, that's going to also give it some weight, or put some nuts in there for weight if you want, or bolts for weight. I like the magnet because when I stick this in there, this has got a metal handle on it, and the magnet goes to this handle. So if it flips over, the handle stays in there, like this one. I made this one out of a, this was my favorite container for oil, cutting oil. It's a Folgers coffee container, the small one. And it's got the acid brushing, it's got two small magnets in there, about the same size as that. And, you know, you get a little bit of oil if it goes straight upside down, but for the most part, you know, you don't lose all your oil. All your oil don't come gushing out of there and go all over the place like it typically would. Also, the brush stayed in there, okay, because the magnet grabbed a hold to it. The way this is made is machine a hole in the top, and I took a piece of some of my favorite, I'll call it plastic for a lack of knowing exactly what material it is, Delrin or something to that nature. But basically I took a piece of that and machined it out in here, machined a little angle right here, bored a hole in it, brought it down, machined this to fit inside of the container tight inside here to make a nice seal so it doesn't have to be glued. The top fits on there like that, tightens down against there, and you know, it works really nice. This is one of my favorite ones, but I started to make a video doing that, and you know, just wanted to get it done. But I thought I'd do a down and dirty. There's a down and dirty. You know, if you're, you know, if you keep knocking your oil over and making a mess like I do, then something like this will definitely come in handy for you. I hope that helps, and have a good day.